Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Together. And this is from writer-director Michael Shanks, and comes to you from Dave Franco and Alison Brie, who play Tim and Millie, a couple who, years into their relationship, find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country, with tensions already flaring. An encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. And right off the bat, this film really leverages body horror in some grotesque and disgusting ways, and those elements of this film, they nail it. It's just how creative they get with it as well, and all the way up until the very end of the film, you're put in it. And they do such a great job of using like practical effects and CGI to make some very grotesque things happen on screen, because everything is based off like the human body, and there are things that is like hit way too close to home in terms of like hair and eyelashes and, you know, all the like a kiss. And there's one in particular about what's the most intimate way for people to be connected. And when you can't disconnect, that makes for some very uncomfortable moments. And this film, like, Shanks delivers on that, for sure. There's also some really unnerving imagery throughout this film that's terrifying. And there's some really great scares throughout this film. And the way that Shanks is able to leverage the concept and then the trauma and baggage of its characters to really accentuate these terrifying moments, it really works. This film also, especially towards the third act or so, really starts leaning into a bit like a horror comedy. And I actually thought the more they kind of leaned into the comedy, I was really enjoying it even more. But, you know, there's serious moments, like these characters are dealing with some serious issues in their relationships and their past and their baggage, and it's able to deliver those big emotional beats and, you know, this romantic element of the story. But there's also some, like, just hilarious moments. There's even, like, a specific edit was just absolutely fantastic. I think Alison Brie and Dave Franco just channel their natural chemistry as real husband and wife, and it just works so well. And they make all these fights and all this tension, the passive aggressiveness, feel so real and biting that it made me worry about their relationship. I'm hoping they're okay, and this was just, they're very good actors, and they give an amazing performance between the two of them. And Damon Herriman, who, you know, played Charles Manson in Mindhunter and such, like, he is an interesting addition into the film. I think his performance is great, what he brings to the table. And as the film goes on and they peel back the layers, and like the third act leans a little too heavily into spelling this all out for you, and they try to use some different kinds of like this cross-cutting montage and a particular storytelling mechanism to like spout out the exposition of like, how's this all been happening? And, you know, it gets to a point where it's like it overshares a bit. And to be perfectly honest, they had the perfect ending shot for this movie and then choose to have a whole other scene afterwards, and you're just like, should have just ended it there. But besides that, I think the themes and what they explore in terms of relationships, intimacy, the connection that we have with the people we love, those elements they dig down deep into and really scratch deep beneath the surface and pull up a lot of emotion and tension and suspense throughout this film. And leveraging that, this is a wild ride, and there's so much about this that just works so well. Sure, there's some little bits of elements that don't 100% click, but this is a fantastic film, and I would like to see Franco and Brie do more together. But just the two of them in this film are fantastic, and then Shanks just delivers on all the body horror you could possibly want, and then some, for sure. But those are my thoughts on Together. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.